Welcome to Wednesday Night Live here on the Stoney Ridge Farm, guys. Welcome to the farm. We're going to give you folks a little bit of time to get in here. Got a lot of fun stuff going on. Please, when you're on your way in the door here, pound that like button for me. It really helps out the channel. If you're subscribed, or if you're not subscribed, jump in here and subscribe. If you are subscribed, hit the like button and turn on those notifications, because if you're not getting notified when we're going live, what good's being subscribed? So, good stuff. We'll give some people some time here. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live on the farm. Been a long, busy day out here and just getting a few things done on the farm today. We'll give a couple minutes for folks to get in. Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all the never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. That was not played right. Guys, welcome to the channel. You'll see my finger reaching out here. I'm going to be tapping the screen so that I can see your live chats. SLC Farms in the house here. George Byrne in the house. S. Purcell, all the good fans that have been here for a long, long time. Welcome to the channel. Man, I really want to be able to see your chat, so I think I'm going to pull up the tablet right here and sit it down so that I can see what you guys are saying, because it's a bummer. This whole live stream thing is supposed to be interactive and fun, and it's not interactive and fun if I can't see what you're saying. So we've had a pretty busy day outside today. My allergies are absolutely killing me right now. There's the live stream. There I am. My allergies are absolutely killing me today, man. It's been a challenge for sure. All right, I can see it. Now I can look here and look everywhere. So, big announcement to make today. First of all, first announcement to make. Let's go back here and see who left the first chat. Nathan Bruce says, hi. Nathan, you won a super clean prize pack. Thank you for being the first guy in the door. First comment I see come across here. So Nathan Bruce, go to StoneyRidgeFarmer.com. Shoot me an email and we'll get you out a prize pack from our friends at Super Clean. So it's super cool, super clean. We're going to do 2 more giveaways throughout the day today, so it's good stuff. Super Clean, again, they're not a sponsor of the channel. They're just a friend of the channel. They're a good company. They're good people, and I stand by them. So, and they like to do giveaways here on the channel, so that's fun. Now, I've got my tablet set up down here in a place where it's going to fall anytime. Now, let's see if I can stick it in place with a Post-it. I think I can. Oh, Mike Morgan in the house, 20 bucks on the saw blade. So Mike knows about, Mike spilled the beans. So here's the beans to be spilled. We just picked up, and it's ordered right now. Brad West, thank you for your $2 super chat, buddy. Thank you so much, man. I'm looking down. I've got the screen right here. So we just picked up a wood miser. It's been ordered, okay? I've had a guy coming out here to cut our logs that are laying on the ground for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I just couldn't seem to fathom the idea of hiring somebody to cut up logs for me and having to, wait on them and to do that. So whenever I can get some help here on the farm to help me out unloading this sawmill, the best thing to do is have my own doggone mill. So we've got the Frick mill that I've got to build. We've got LT40, that's what we ended up picking up, is the Wood Miser extra wide LT40, so we can get extra wide, extra big stuff in there. This is the Wood Miser catalog, I guess. So that was a bit of an adventure yesterday. Those things are expensive, guys. I had to drop some coin on it. Wood Miser is excited about getting their product out on the channel, but they didn't give me a sawmill, I'll tell you that. And anytime I work with a company such as like Super Clean, giving away stuff for you guys, or any tool companies or anything like that, I'll tell you what's going on. And the deal is, I bought a wood miser. They gave me a good deal. I went in and haggled with them, much like buying a any kind of piece of equipment like a tractor or something like that. So I went in to their offices here in North Carolina, and I haggled and I chatted and we talked and we went out and looked and kicked tires, and that's what we got. So I don't have a car payment. Now I've got a wood miser payment. So, welcome, welcome. Love those big boy toys, says Donna Upchurch. Yeah, it's good. S. Purcell says you'll have it for a lifetime, and so will your children. Yeah, dude. So it's got a 38 horsepower motor. As soon as it gets here, guys, we'll take you and walk you around it. I've got to get a little more proficient. And what happens at Wood-Mizer, this is not going to be a Wood-Mizer vlog, but what happens at Wood-Mizer is when you buy that piece of equipment, they take you through a day of schooling, and they're always a resource for you. So those guys that work at Wood-Mizer, they run the mills too. So it's cool. They're going to put me through a class, and we'll learn a whole lot about what we're going to do. We're going to be cutting up some dimensional lumber, and hopefully this puts us on track for building our farm stay cabin so that folks like you can come and get the experience, get the farm experience, or just come out here and get the heck away from everybody. Just get away and be out in the middle of the woods where the turkeys are gobbling in the morning, which is awesome. I open this office window every morning, and the turkeys are out there gobble 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 gobble. So we've got lots of tall grass on the farm this year because the cows are mowing for us, not me. So I'm not keeping the grass cut this high this year. So we should have a lot of baby turkey biddies, wild turkey biddies, which I'm pretty excited about. Keeping It Dutch in the house. Guys, if you don't know Keeping It Dutch, you better get over there and check him out. He's my buddy from Oklahoma. Him and Arms Family Homestead are basically helped kickstart my channel. So they're really big in helping channels out, especially new channels that are just getting started. So I think Dutch and Arms Family Homestead, Dutch mainly was the first person to give me a shout out, and he does that for a lot of new channels. So he got me over like the 400 mark or something like that. It took me on the YouTube channel here. There are several milestones. The 1,000 subscriber milestone. It took me 7 months to hit the 1,000 subscriber milestone. So if you guys are considering starting a YouTube channel, understand the amount of work that you've got to put in order to grow. I mean, it's just huge amount of work for sure. So Dutch says Josh is awesome. If you go over to Dutch's channel, Dutch's theme song to his channel is me playing a song for him. So it's pretty cool. Steven says, mash that like button. That's it, buddy. Mash it. Hit it. Pound it. Smack it. Slap it. Yeah. Little Mountain Life. Keeping It Dutch. Hope you're doing well, man. Farm All Fanatic in the house. Brutal. That Fix It guy's in the house, too. It's so much work. Yeah. So that Fix It guy is my buddy Brian, and we were stationed in the Air Force together. He's a plumber in the Air Force, and he still continues to be a plumber. And Brian has a channel called That Fix It Guy, and he's getting out there and he's fixing stuff. So it's pretty awesome. Brian's learning really quickly the amount of work that goes into it. The other day he called me up, and I'm helping coach him through it. I think it's a fun thing and a good thing to do for a friend. And Brian said, man, this is tough, dude. I got to tell you, I got burnt out. I couldn't take it anymore. So I finally got my... what is your favorite advice to a 25-year-old? Ziggy says, what's your favorite advice to a 25-year-old trying to follow the same dream as you do? Well, dude, follow your dream, man. That's my advice. So jump in and do what you like. Enjoy yourself. When it becomes something that makes you miserable, then don't do it anymore. That's it. So I have been the last probably 35 minutes, I got a splinter from the tobacco barn. So we had two things happen today on the farm. That one was cool and one was a tragedy. The tragedy was we lost. Did you try to borrow One Lonely Farmer's? Mark J said, did you try to borrow One Lonely Farmer's Wood-Mizer? Yeah, and he would have loaned it to me totally. And he's got a nice, I think it's a LT50. It's a big boy diesel, like a $70,000 mill. We didn't buy that expensive of a mill. Anyway, tragedy on the farm. Let's tell you about the little bit of a tragedy. So we lost a kitten today. Our cat had kittens. We've had them on the front porch in a box, and we lost a kitten today. That was a bummer. Now, for the good thing that happened. So Tammy is the donkey. My neighbors named it Tammy, and Tammy had a baby. Tammy had a colt today. We'll probably have a video about that coming up this weekend, I hope. And as soon as I can get close enough. I couldn't get close enough to Tammy to show you her baby on the live stream tonight. And it's already dark, as you can see. So, Rich Danner says I was a U.S. Air Force pole jockey. Woo! So that's what I did, dude. They called us pole jocks. I was a 3E051 and an electrician in the Air Force. So that's what I did. And I worked in a shop with plumbers, electricians, carpenters, sheet metal guys, heating and air guys, and I picked up a lot of those trades. So that's how I started my first business when I was 21 years old. Right out of the Air Force, I started my first business, and it was a handyman business. It was called Mr. Fix-It Handyman, and it was cool. It was great, and I did a lot of odd jobs and ended up remodeling some hotels and working with some bigger contractors. And I put myself through school with that and my GI Bill to get that nursing degree that I'm not using right now, but I am keeping up my nursing license. Times are scary. Everybody, if you're not new to the channel, if you're a subscriber, if you're a follower of the channel, you'll know that my wife, Mrs. Stoney Ridge, works in the hospital. She's a nurse. I'm a nurse also. I'm here on the farm full time now, and my wife works in the hospital, and it's scary right now. It really is scary. So all your prayers and thoughts are very much appreciated. Speaking of prayers and thoughts, a friend of mine named Lou, if you're watching, I hope you feel better, buddy. I hope you get well soon. Lou's a friend of mine out in Kentucky. I believe he's out in Kentucky. I hope you feel better, Lou. It was good talking to you this week. So, that Fix-It guy, of course, Antler Shed. What are you talking about, man? Man, I'm missing out on all this stuff. Oh, shout out to Hill Air Force Base. Yeah, if you know anybody stationed at Hill Air Force Base, big shout out. I still got my civil engineering patch up here on the wall from Hill Air Force Base. SLC Farm says, are you doing meat birds this year? Yes, sir. The last video I think we put out on Sunday was meat birds. So we have 100 meat birds in there. And today, one of the things that I did was visit our organic farm close by here, our feed mill, organic feed mill at Reedy Fork Farm. So guys, I'm going to give you, if you're in North Carolina, if you're a local person and you're trying to feed your birds organic food, or if you're anywhere in the country, go to reedyforkfarm.com and you can use Stoney Ridge Farmer as a coupon code, and you can get a discount on your organic feed, which is, we all want to save money. So we partnered up with those guys. And today we went down and we talked a little bit about nutrition. So that video is coming soon because I'm getting a lot of questions on my chicken videos. Like, do you put electrolytes in their water? Do you put this or that? Or what do you put in their water? They don't need anything in their water. If you feed them good food, there's electrolytes already in their feed. So that's what's up. Little Mountain Life, Stoney Ridge Farmer. We're going to be able to get back up to Virginia for the HOA conference. And that is Little Mountain Life. That's my plan. I haven't been asked to speak there yet this year. Things are a little bit crazy. And if you guys don't know what the HOA, it's the Homesteaders of America Conference, and that is in Virginia. It's about 3 hours north of me in Virginia. And it's a great conference. If you want to meet all your favorite YouTubers, all of them are there. All of them are there. So very, very cool. Man, a couple channels have really blown up. I met these guys, the Wild and Wonderful Off-Grid folks. I met those guys up there, shook hands with them. I think they had like 100,000 subscribers. Now they're at like 500,000 subscribers. So that's crazy. Crazy. They've been growing so much. Kimberly Drew, Super Chat, $14.99. Your Farm Tech chainsaw reviews hooked me. Do you think 4 acres in town in South Carolina would be a smart investment to buy a wood miser? No. No, I don't at all. I think you need to hire somebody to custom saw your wood. If you go on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, you can find somebody to come and cut your wood for you for about $75 an hour. This wood miser thing is a big investment. It's a huge investment. And it's how I'm going to start making a little bit of money on the side here on the farm, because I got to start turning some income on the farm here. Cattle sales are going to be bad this year. We don't have a whole lot of cows. We're building up our brood cows. We're breeding up our build cows. We're building up our cattle. So it's going to be good for us to buy cows this year, but it's not going to be good for selling cows. So it's something that's really hurting right now. Family pet medicine. Are you going to do laying hens? Man, where you guys been? Where you been, man? Yeah, we did laying hens already. So we had 50 laying hens, and we're gonna get another batch of 50 probably sometime mid to late summer. What I did, I ordered 50 chicks. We raised them up to about 3 months old, and we're getting ready to build a mobile coop, an egg mobile, out of an old wagon, an old hay wagon. I'm losing my mind here. And instead of building that in a rush right away, we went ahead and I put those on Craigslist, and I actually sold those chicks for a pretty good profit. You know, probably made $200 off of 50 birds. And whoever messaged me about them, they wanted to buy every bird that I had. So if you're raising birds to sell, so say you go to your local farm store, you go to Murray McMurray Hatchery and you buy your chicks and you raise them up to about 2 months, 3 months, something like that, you can get $15 to $17 a piece for them. And really, we probably only had about 12, well, I'm gonna say about $9 a piece in the birds. So we turned a pretty decent profit. It was good. Vion family, $1 super chat. Thank you so much. SLC Farm says, been in the hayfield. Sorry, haven't watched for a few days. I'll catch up. Yeah, it's hay cutting season right now around here, and it looks like we might be able to get 3 cuts of hay this year. I am not cutting hay this year. We're going to let the cows graze, and mow. So my entire goal on the farm is to let that symbiotic relationship of the herd, herbivore, ruminant animal build my land for me. No more mow. We're going to let the moo-moos do the mow. That's what we're trying to do. Did you get chicken poop yet? Stephen Leister. Sorry if I killed your name, bro. And the veggie garden's coming, Raymond. So, did we get chicken manure? Well, here's the thing. So, the chicken house that I was going to get the manure for, they cleaned out 4 houses. Each house had about 40 tons of manure in there. That 40 tons of manure was going to cost me $4,000. That is lower than the average fertilizer bill for fertilizing the farm. And we're not putting fertilizer down. We didn't put chemical fertilizers down last year. We put lime down, but we didn't put chemical fertilizers down last year, and we're trying to get away from the chemical fertilizers. So the manure, that's what it was all about. $4,000 plus I had to hire somebody to haul it. When I initially spoke to this person, I thought $4,000 was going to be hauled and dumped on my farm. And 400 tons, not 40 tons, 400 tons of chicken manure. $4,000. That's pretty good. 400 tons of chicken manure, $4,000. Well, the guy stopped returning my phone calls. He just didn't return my calls. I don't know if he found somebody that had a big rig with a live bed in it that they could pump it into, but evidently he must have sold it all because he's not returning my phone calls. He's not returning my voicemails. He didn't answer the phone. So whatever. Maybe something's wrong with his phone, but that's a little bit frustrating, especially once I've arranged transportation and everything like that. So pretty much, hopefully maybe it works out in the fall or next year. I don't know why it just fell off the face of the earth, especially when the guy's bringing his checkbook over. Doesn't make much sense to me. Maybe it was too much of a hassle to deal with a small farmer like me, which is often the case. We just got a new channel member, Antler Shed Farm, a new channel member. Thank you so much. Kimberly Drew, 99-cent unicorn sticker. That's awesome. That's so funny. Somebody just asked, well, first of all, let's talk about what a channel membership is. A channel membership is a way of giving back to the channel. I think I have somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 channel members. Sometimes I'll do give some special photos and stuff. I'll release them to the channel members a little bit early. So just so you guys know, it's like $4.99. It's really, I'm not jumping through a whole lot of extra hoops for channel members, but I am recognizing them, and I thank all you guys who are channel members so much. It's a huge help on the farm, and you think about it. I think it costs $4.99 a month. If we had 100 channel members, it would help. It always helps. Everything helps. So if we had 10,000 channel members, it would really help. but I don't see that happening. And I'm not asking you for money, man. Just being a fan and being here on the channel is just enough. It really is. If you want to go further, a channel membership is a way to do it. So maybe the guy had a health problem. Weeping Willow. Well, yeah, I don't. Not for 3 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, not if I call you for 3 weeks. Like, getting to the point where I've called 5 times, it's not a health problem. He's got to have somebody answering his phone for sure. So, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Maybe it just kind of fell off, or maybe it's sitting over there in a pile waiting for me to come and get it, and his voicemail doesn't work. Maybe I'll ride over there tomorrow. That's what I'll do. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. We're only a week out from that anyway, so maybe 2 weeks. SLC Farm says every little bit counts. It does. It really does. Somebody just asked about Earl the Tractor. So we finally got Earl out of the garage so that I can start working on popcorn, the Willis Jeep. So we're going to have some of those videos coming soon. I've been out working on the fences. I've been out doing just all kinds of stuff here on the farm. So we've got a bunch of fun videos coming up this weekend. Hope you guys enjoy those. Is Earl going to stay on the farm? I don't know. I really don't know. I've still got some exhaust work to do, and you guys have seen that. So I've got a little bit more work to do with old Earl, and we'll see what kind of tractor Earl is. If Earl makes a good bush hog tractor, we might just hook the bush hog up to Earl and leave the bush hog hooked up. Or the Woods rotary cutter. That's what it's a Woods rotary cutter. Patrick Phillips sends a $2 super chat and types out $20. Woo! I guess that's what, yeah. And we got a new channel member too, Tom Messing. Thank you so much, Tom. Thank you for jumping in here and being a channel member. I appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. Oh, message retracted. Patrick, you can put another message up there, man. James Mason says popcorn. Get him out. Get him out. Get him working. Raymond in the house. That Fix-It guy. Farm all. Where do you live? I caught some tractor video. Yep. Making friends, aren't you? Isn't that nice? Shave the beard. Shave the head. It got hot, man. It's supposed to be 87 degrees this weekend. This head sweats, so I can't wait to get a nice, good, sawdust-covered sweat ring on this pretty black hat. I can't wait. Super excited. Ryan Jameson. Let's see what you left here, Ryan. Ryan says hi. As Ryan must be Farm All Fanatic got him. So Farm All Fanatic is a moderator, and so is that Fix-It guy. Leave the tractor as is and spray a clear coat on it, says Jimmy. I'd probably just leave the tractor just the way it is and enjoy it. Eyes2C is a new channel member. Thank you. Eyes2C. Makes sense. Thank you. Man, this is like a channel member-a-thon right here. Everybody! Hey from Cleveland, Ohio. Wendy and Jody says, Earl is awesome. Keep up the great work. Hey from Iron Station, North Carolina. Well, hey there. I'm not far from you. Would you let me come visit your farm for a day? Jace, let's talk about that. Man, that is that's a question that gets asked a lot, and I get a lot of emails for that. And what I always reply is, not right now. We're not ready. I'm not ready for visitors. I don't have it takes 3 hours to show somebody the farm. I just don't have 3 hours to ride folks around. So we're going to have a farm day pretty soon, but we're going to have facilities in place. So I can't just have 2 people here, So if we have 40 people here, we can have a farm day and we can have food or something like that. Typically, we'll probably offer a class like chicken butchering or hogs or something like that. So look for that soon, but I'm just not ready yet. I need facilities. We've got to be able to support the people that do come here. You got to have a place to go to the bathroom. What if you get sick on your stomach? So we need to have support for sure. So we got a new channel member, Blonde 1976, new channel member. Thank you. Thank you so much. Man, Jace Jones says, I mean, free labor. Man, I appreciate it, dude. You're welcome to shoot me an email. This is probably not the most appropriate venue to discuss, but you're welcome to shoot me an email if you like. Um, Free labor is always appreciated, but again, when I do have folks like a volunteer day here on the farm, I have 3 to 5 people here at a time because I can't do just 1 or 2 people. We fill up the Kubota and we fill up the Gator and we go and we ride and we see the farm and we work on the farm. So yeah, just shoot me an email. I'll put you on the list, brother. I really appreciate it. Little Mountain Life, a new member. Man, thank you so much. Little Mountain Life. And Patrick Phillips just left a $20 super chat, so let's read his comment all the way through here. Thank you for your channel. I've learned a lot from you. We're looking to buy some cattle here in Franklin, North Carolina. Any suggestions on where to get healthy cattle, or do you have any that you'd be willing to part with? Patrick, I've got an uncle that's selling out of the cattle business. So you're welcome. Go StoneyRidgeFarmer.com. Shoot me an email. Remind me who you are, and I will. I'll point you in the direction of him. But he is doing that. Andrew Berger says Fort Bragg ? Andrew, maybe you're referring to our trip to Fort Bragg that we were supposed to take. COVID-19 has really slowed everything down. The entire world has slowed down. Getting equipment here to the farm has slowed down. Being able to go do stuff like that has slowed down. Everything has really slowed down. So we were going to take a trip down to Fort Bragg. I had some huge fans in the motor pool department down there. But I'm running into a little bit of trouble. I've been in touch with a colonel down there that we've been working with, but it's just tough. It's hard for me to get down there and get onto the base, and there's all sorts of things that you have to do for filming on base. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. So thanks for all the entertainment. Cash is king trucking. Appreciate it. Now, if any of you guys are following the channel here and you find one day you go in and you're not subscribed, just resubscribe and click the bell notification. And if you find yourself unable to leave a comment, and some people have told me this has happened to them, go to StoneyRidgeFarmer.com, shoot me an email, and I'll address that. If you have left some sarcastic, hateful, unfiltered, destructive comment on the channel and I blocked you, then I guess you learned not to do that. I just can't. I just won't put up with it, man. There's no use in bringing negativity to the channel, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. If you cussed me up and down in the comments, if you left some good comments and some good feedback, I welcome it. If you're asking questions, I welcome it. If you have great suggestions, I welcome it. If you have bad suggestions, I welcome it. But I don't welcome cussing and angry and hateful and stupid, calling me names and stuff like that, calling me stupid. I don't put up with it anymore. So Delta 4, new channel member. Delta 4, man, how many channel members have we picked up today? Somebody let me know. Is that like 4? That's crazy. Let's do a giveaway. Let's do a super clean giveaway. All right, here's a super clean first one to come across my screen with the super clean giveaway right here will win a prize pack from Super Clean. The question is, what model is Earl the Tractor? What model? It's a Massey Ferguson model. What? The first one I see on the screen gets a Super Clean prize pack. Just shoot me an email. Let's see. In the meantime, Kimberly Drew, $1.99 super chat. Blunda 76 is me. Kimberly Drew, we appreciate you. Awesome. Thank you so much, Kimberly. All right, first one to come across was, I have no clue, James Mason. You didn't win then. Aiden, Cape and Link. Aiden, that is the first guy to have the Massey Ferguson, the MF65. Thank you so much. So go to StoneyRidgeFarmer.com, Aiden, and I think you might have won a few weeks ago. So shoot me an email, StoneyRidgeFarmer.com, and we'll get you hooked up, okay? We'll forward your information. George Byrne, man, I'm sorry you didn't win, George. George is a good guy. George is a local neighbor. Very nice fella. Cool. Zach Clark says, would you be worried about sickness to your own birds from the chicken house manure? No. No, because we're not. So the chicken house manure will have to be composted. It will have to age. Now, probably I would load up the manure spreader and probably do one pasture with fresh chicken manure. But that chicken manure needs to age a little bit. And it'll age and it'll get hot and it will kill off It'll kill off any kind of microbes that might be harmful to my birds. So no, I have no fear there. I honestly have no fear there. Steven, thank you for telling everybody mash that like button. Yeah, appreciate it, buddy. How many likes do we have? 217 likes and 378 people. Let's see if we can get her up to 300 likes. Woo! You get a big fat woo from me for that. 4 Kids on the Farm says, what's your total chicken count up to? We've got 100 meat birds right now. I say 100. It might be 98 because we lost some. I'll tell you why we lost some in a second too. But we're like at 115 birds or something like that. So birds come in and out. Chickens come in and out of the farm. Cows are going to come in and out of the farm. Sheep are going to come in and out of the farm. Goats are going to come in and out. Tractors, trucks, four-wheelers, ATVs, UTVs, lawnmowers, all sorts of stuff. Got a cool Tool Tuesday coming up with one of those lawnmowers. It's a robot lawnmower. You just put it out in your yard and it goes out and mows. It's an electric robot lawnmower from Works. So we'll be doing a video on that. I'm going to get it out here working in the yard for about a week before I do kind of a review and unboxing type video on that. But that'll be a fun Tool Tuesday. Can't wait. I love doing Tool Tuesday, guys. I hope you guys appreciate Tool Tuesday. It takes a lot of work to do that, and it takes a lot of reaching out on my part. I reach out to a lot of companies. I'm thinking about doing something on the channel. We've got 383 people in here. Guys, thank you so much. Please jump in. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I'm thinking about doing something a little different on the channel here, which is going to be featuring a veteran business on the live stream. So every week on the live stream, I want to feature a veteran business that sells products online that we can introduce you guys to, some veterans that are out there working and they're out there following their dreams. Let me know what you think about that. Ziggy said, how the chicks die. Ziggy, owning chickens, owning baby chicks is a labor of love, and you're going to lose some chicks, period. The reason we lost chicks, in my humble opinion, and we went today and we got good food today, but the reason we lost chicks today, in my humble opinion, is the quality of the food that we were feeding. I don't think it was up to par. I honestly don't think it was up to par. I don't think the chickens were getting the food that they needed, the electrolytes that they needed. And we bought this from a local feed company, and I'm not going to mention the name of the feed company because I don't want to bash anybody, but I think that feed was absolute garbage. Now, will it work to feed our chickens once they get a little older? Yes, but nutrition and electrolytes are all very, very important, especially the first week of a baby chick's life. So who knows, man? Who knows why we lost birds? But they all looked super duper healthy. Everything was doing great. And I just don't think the feed quality was that good. It was just a lot of cracked corn mess. And I think that's why we lost them. So we use a non-medicated food, but to be honest with you guys, be sure when you buy your feed for your animals that you're getting it from a quality place, okay? So we'll probably keep that feed and hang on to it and feed it to our hogs. Hogs will eat anything. It'll be good for them. It's got, it's chick starter, but it had whole kernels of corn in it. To me, whatever was in that bag was what was shoveled off the floor when they got done making whatever other feeds that they had, and I was not impressed. So we went to a quality feed place today, and you'll see that video soon. We'll talk about nutrition and all that. Is that a spider? You see that? I got him. Ooh. Can't make that up, can you? Spider in the house. Should we set him free? Yeah, we've got some ants. That thing will probably crawl in my mouth tonight and lay eggs. Wonderful things happening tomorrow on the farm. I have a toothache, my COVID-19 toothache, and I've got to go and have a root canal done tomorrow. So super fun day tomorrow at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning Eastern time. Is it 10? Maybe it might even be earlier than that. I got to check my appointment time, but I've got to have a root canal. Awesome. And then Mrs. Stoney Ridge can take care of me with some Jello and some pudding. Oh, man. JJ Knowles says smack him. I don't know. Oh, smack that spider. Yeah, that's all right. It'll be okay. Opinion on reel mowing. Deathlike reviews. Opinion on reel mowing. I don't have an opinion on reel mowing. We do have a we're going to do a comparison video pretty soon with a flail mower, and then maybe that's what you're talking about, flail mower versus a conventional rotary cut mower. So that'll be a fun video too. I don't know if you guys have ever been shopping, you know, if you have a little mini farm or a big farm. I don't know if you've been shopping for like a brush hog or a rotary cutter, but I kind of wanted to do a review. So we picked up a, what is it called? A flail mower. So we're going to try that out, and we're going to kind of do a little comparison. I hear it's better with thick, brushy, rough stuff. Do you feed layers wet feed like your meat bird? Says Abraham. We do not. I don't take that much time with the layers. So the layers that we have out here now are just for our consumption. We're not selling eggs to the public yet because we're just not ready yet. We need to have several hundred birds, and we need to be rocking and rolling with this, and we need a cooler, we need a place for storage. So we're building a farm, man. We're building a farm from scratch, so it takes space and work. So we've been working on getting a little butcher shop set up and looking for a walk-in cooler, so that we can set all that stuff up so we can store eggs and we can sell eggs. Because if you have 200 chickens laying 200 eggs a day, you're going to be, or let's just say it's 100 dozen eggs a day, then you got to have a place to store those eggs for sure and be able to supply it to restaurants and stuff. So we don't have many chicks, many egg layers. They just get regular old laying feed. I keep my yard at 5/8 of an inch year round, says Deathlike Reviews. Well, I don't. I keep mine at 5 inches, 4 to 5 inches. And that's what helps the microbes in the soil, because you don't, I mean, my yard doesn't need to be like a golf course for sure. So we don't cut our yard like that. That helps when your yard's this short. It evaporates. All the moisture evaporates. It kills the bugs. It kills the microbes, and all you have is grass that you have to pour chemicals on, and that's not what we're about, man. Brad West, $2 super chat. Good luck with the tooth. Ouch. Yeah. And I'm paying for that. I'm going to pay to be put through that misery. I haven't been able to eat. I've lost 10 pounds. I've lost 10 pounds in the last 2 weeks because I just haven't been able to eat, because it just hurts so stinking bad. I can sit here and smile about it, but buddy, when I'm eating, it's like, oh God. Have you thought about a pole shed for processing? Says Funny Boy. Yeah, so I'm in the midst of like 3 different bids for 3 different buildings, and we're trying to do this and not go in debt to build our building. So we've been saving up a bunch of money. So we'll know. I'll know soon, but I won't know too awful soon. In 2 weeks, we'll have an excavator crew here, flattening out, clearing out a lot to put our building on. I know what size building I want, and I want a 60 by 150. That is a monster of a building. I want a 60 by 150. I want a big enough area outside. So the main building is going to be 100 feet, and there's going to be a 50-foot outside area for bleachers and for classes for me to be able to teach you guys and share how to process chickens and hogs and all that stuff. I want to be able to have classes here on the farm. We got to get this thing running all the time. I use a flail mower on your BCS walk behind mower. We've had some rough terrain in Burnsville. Okay. Do you still like the Kubota 114? What is a Kubota 114? Beetle. You're gonna have to clarify there, because I don't have a Kubota 114. you'll still want your building bigger eventually. Yeah, I know. I know, man. When's the new house build coming? Me and the wife were talking about that. We're talking about that a little bit today. First of all, we got to figure out where the heck we're going to put the house. And then second of all, we got to figure out 1140. Sorry. I don't have a Kubota 1140. X1140. Yeah, the side-by-side's great. So me and the wifey poo, we've been talking about it. We also have a wood miser on the way. So I think the best thing to do is take said wood miser and build the farm stay cabin and see if this is something that I can tackle on my own to build our own house out of our own lumber right here on the farm. That's what would be super duper cool. Scotty Emerson says, Jeep time. It is Jeep time, buddy. It is Jeep time. We got to get that thing out of the shop, fixed up, cleaned up, painted up, prettied up, and then go get it dirty. Can you make a video on veteran farm benefits and resources? Ken, I can do it right now for you. That's about how many veteran resources I've found for farming. Right there. They make it sound like, everybody makes it sound like that there's so many like subsidized programs for veterans and there's some money out there. It's just raining money down on the farmers. Well, it ain't raining money down on small farms like this. I'm going to tell you right now. And I'm not getting subsidized by the government for my fences. I'm not getting subsidized from the government for my water systems. I'm not getting subsidized for the government for any part of this farm whatsoever. I will tell you my utter disappointment with going over to our ag center. Every time I ask a question, those guys I appreciate what they do, but every time I ask a question, I get handed a pamphlet, and the pamphlet's useless. There's nobody there to guide me through what I need to do. So if you're thinking about starting a business, any of you guys, if you're thinking about starting a business to help farmers, start a business to help farmers get grants, because there's all this giveaway money that's out there for people that want to start a new farm and want to help feed this nation. However, all the money gets dumped into this huge food network that we have now, which is falling apart, which is crumbling when we find that we only have 3 or 4 major meat processors in the country and they can't process meat. Now we're finding out that that's not a good system. Local food, buy food local. Local food. When you go out here and you buy food in the grocery store, figure out where it came from, man. Look for that label. Local, buy local, know a local farmer, like Our Wyoming Life, Mike and Aaron at Our Wyoming Life. If you don't follow those guys, go over, check them out, tell them Stoney Ridge Farmer sent you. Those guys are the real deal. They have a cattle ranch out in Wyoming, and they're selling beef to the public, and they're not having this problem with meat shortages because they have the beef, okay? They have the meat. That's why we bought 100 chickens this year instead of 200 chickens, because we want to be able to do that also. There are a lot of rules that we have to play by, but if there's one thing that you can do is know your local farmer. And if there's one business that someone in here right now in this live stream could start, it would be a business for farmers to write grants for them, to help them out, to get a start, because it costs a lot. If not for you guys and YouTube, we would be so much further behind on what we're doing here on the farm. So I'm so blessed to have you guys here. I'm so blessed to be able to share this with you, and I'm so blessed to just be able to bring this to you guys and bring to light some of the things that are important. We crashed, but we're back. See what happens? You get on a government rant, and the next thing you know, your screen crashes. So we had a couple super chats there. Ashley Miller, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. And Carolyn, I want to thank you and Mrs. Stoney Ridge for giving me the courage to raise your first batch of meat birds. I love watching your videos. Awesome. Thanks. That's great, man. We've got some great videos on how to process them too. We've got a lot of processing equipment videos, but then I've got videos out there for if you don't have processing equipment. I think it's how to skin a chicken in 90 seconds, how to process a chicken in 90 seconds. And that's the way I grew up. We didn't leave the skin on the bird. We skinned the chicken. So Liberty Trace Homestead is a good farm in Tennessee. Awesome. Dylan says, hi, I like your video of last chicks. When are you buying more? That's going to be some time before we buy more. And I recommend that you don't buy chicks in the middle of a hot summer or you're going to have heat problems. So think about that for sure. Big Brother's watching. Hope they hit the like button. We got 300 likes now, 400 people in here. That's awesome. Guys, thanks a lot for everything, man, for all the super chats and so many new members, new channel members today. Super cool. Rusted 12 Valve says, would you ever participate in a CSA? Yeah, I definitely would. There needs to be 5 of me to do all these things, though, man, because I got to build a house, I got to build a shop, I got to land clearing. I mean, we are a fledgling farm, so it takes a lot. Plus, it takes nearly 50 to 60 hours a week on YouTube. So you guys see me here for an hour. You see the videos popping up. They're 15, 20 minutes. Well, it takes 5 or 6 hours to film that video and 3 to 5 hours sometimes to edit that video. So I don't sleep very much. Today I finally crashed out on the couch with my toothache. What size wood miser are you getting? Says Matthew Finn. So we've ordered a LT40 extra wide. And that's a full hydraulic mill. So it's got the hydraulic lift. It lifts it up. It takes the log onto the deck. It spins the log for you. It's automatically goes through and cuts the log. So it's really, really cool. Harley Gino says, what does member mean? There's a little thing down there at the bottom of your screen that says join. You can click that and it's a $4.99 donation per month to the Stoney Ridge Farm. So that's what it means. And it also gives you a little icon. So like, by John Hartley, that little chicken right beside him. That means he's been a member for, I think, 2 weeks or more. And then you graduate. So you start out with an egg, and then the egg hatches, and then you graduate out, I think, to a full-on pig. Josh, I don't know how, James says, Josh, I don't know how you find the time for it. I make the time, man. I just make the time for it, so... Timothy Wilcox says, buku dollars. It wasn't, Timothy, it wasn't too awful bad, man. You can go down to, Woodmiser has some really good sales going on right now, and that's how I found them. So I was watching to buy a used mill. I was watching Craigslist, I was watching Facebook Marketplace, and trying to find a used mill. And the used mill costs just as much as a new mill. You know, a used mill with 3,000 hours on it costs nearly as much as a brand new mill, so they really hold their value well. As long as we take good care of it, keep it in the shed, it's going to hold its value. And I feel like, you know, in 10 years from now, I'd be able to sell the machine for probably 3/4 of what I paid for it. So it's an investment. And we all know if the government's printing more money and just handing out money here, that inflation is coming. It's coming, guys. It's coming. So if you want something, you better get it now before it costs twice as much in 3 years. That's my opinion. John Newcomer, Super Chat, $1.99. Hey, Josh, great channel, great information. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Mike Morgan is going to be jealous of your new mill. I'm going to go up there, and I'm going to visit Mike soon. Very soon. Very soon. Mike, if you're still in here, I want to come up there and I want to learn from you. I want to learn from you on your mill. I want to get up there before my mill gets here and see how you run things on your mill. I think it'd be really fun. I think it'd be cool to get there and meet your family and everything like that too. So, James, good night, buddy. Good night. Thank you. Bless you. Yep, Stolen Willow Farm says buy now, save. Buy now, save later. That's why we're really looking at a house right now. Part of me wants to build my house with my 2 hands, and part of me wants to go and seek a good, reputable company that builds modular homes and buy a 2-story modular with a basement, put it up, and be done with it. You know, so spend the time and the money and build a nice foundation for the home, have them come in, set the house, 2 weeks later, move in instead of fighting and dealing with that entire mess. So... Robert Shoemaker says, about 10 years ago, the federal government had a plan to help beginning organic farmers during the first 3 years on 50 acres. They paid $30,000 over 3 years with the required paperwork from the NRCS. Well, they don't offer that problem here, that program here in North Carolina, man. Yeah. All I've hit is roadblock after roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. When I called and asked, hey, I know you guys give assistance to keep us, for me to fence out the creeks. What is it that you can do for me? And they said, well, do you have existing fence? I said, well, we tore it all out because it was old and it was ran through trees. It was just a disaster. Oh, you should have left that because we could have paid you to fence the creeks. What? I mean, what's the difference in a guy building a new fence to fence out the creeks and a guy building an old fence? So it's just bureaucratic bullcrap. And I'm not jumping through government hoops, and I don't want any government people on my land, period. The other day, I was out working on my fence. You'll probably see it in the video that's coming up. But the state troopers were flying at about 200 feet above the ground out here on my creek, right up, flying above my creek. And I know what they're doing, man. They're out there looking for pot plants, marijuana plants, whatever, illegal, whatever is out there. But I don't think that they have the right to invade my privacy like that, to be 200 feet over top of my property. It really, really struck a nerve with me. You don't need to be there. You don't have my permission to be over top of my property like that. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but using drones to fly over your property, it's just, no, I don't feel like that. And I don't know what they were looking for, but I got no notification that they were looking for anything. There was just a helicopter flying over that said patrol on the bottom of it, and evidently they needed to patrol my creek. This has happened 2 or 3 years in a row. There historically, maybe one day I'll tell you the story. Historically, there has been activity on our land on the backside of the farm. Now, we keep a pretty tight ship now. Everything's good to go, but this was before we owned the property, and I'm told that there were black helicopters dropping men down on ropes, and they came in and pulled some plants up and hauled them out of here on pickup trucks, is what I'm told. But that's hearsay. I didn't see it, but I heard it. And I'm saying it. Big brother does what he wants. Yeah, that's it. I guess so. Todd Miller says bottle rockets. Well, here's the thing, Todd. What if I was out there and I was flying my drone over my farm, which is fully in my rights? No aircraft should be lower than 1,000 feet over my land, period, without me being notified. That's an invasion of privacy. That is my airspace from the ground to 1,000 feet. That is my airspace, and they should not be there. So that's a rant. Bob Corrigan, thank you. He says, look forward to the new videos. Thank you for what you do. Yeah, Ron, I think it was an illegal search, in my opinion. There's nothing, I don't have anything to hide. Jamie says, do your modular home and mill your siding. I don't know. I like hardy plank siding for our home. It'll be probably painted or brick home. When you live in a mobile home, so we're living in a 14 by 80 mobile home right now that we paid $3,500 for, and I gutted it and remodeled it. Still got a little bit of trim to put up for sure, which the wood miser will come in handy for. But when you live in a place like this and you get that early morning phone buzzing, storm warning, tornado warning, me and my wife are like the baby chickens in the brooder in there. We're like, running into each other, like, what do we do? Where do we go? We don't have anywhere to go. So the fear of that is going to make me build one heck of a basement, and I think my primary bedroom is going to be tucked back in a corner in the basement, and we will have a safe place. Dwayne Chadwick, 1999 super chat, man. Thank you so much. Woo! A log home would be cool. It would be cool. Building improvements for tax purposes, ? Yeah, I don't know what, I don't think that was tax people flying over. I think it was state troopers is what I think, or DEA, one or the other, but they can fly all they want to, man. They ain't going to find nothing here. 14 by 80 is a mansion, LOL. Mine is a 10 by 50. Whoa, you live in a camper, bro. Man, that's funny. There's a case law on flying searches. They need a search warrant. I would say that they need a search warrant. There are a few there's a few ranchers that process their own meat. We found in Oklahoma. We need, what does it say? We need processors from slaughtering processors. There are 4 in the country. Yeah. Yeah. Well, cool. LP siding is nice. It feels like a camper. Yeah, general vlog. I bet it does, man. For sure. Well, hi from Illinois. Ziggy says, would you keep your mobile home once you build your house? Yeah, absolutely, brother. There's no use in wasting the time and the money and the effort. I will finish it before anybody else moves in, but our goal here, I've got a friend that's already kind of lined up to move in here, and I need you would call it a tenant farmer, I guess, but I need somebody here. He works a full-time job. He's a heating and air conditioning guy, but I need somebody here that can look after the place. So me and Mrs. Stoney Ridge, I'll tell you right now, guys, I haven't been on a vacation. I haven't taken a vacation away from YouTube and a vacation away from the farm for longer than, aside from going on road trips to do YouTube videos, for longer than 3 or 4 days in the last 5 years, man. I haven't taken a vacation like to get away. This place is massive. This place is something that hangs over your head all the time. There's something to do all the time, and it weighs heavy on you. So I'd love to get caught up on videos and take a week's vacation just totally away from everything. But every time I go somewhere, all I want to do is visit another farm and talk to that guy and learn what he's doing and make a video about it. So that's how you know you found something that you love to do when you're out and about and you're taking some time off and all you can think about is grabbing that camera and going and doing something with it. So Antler Shed Farm, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. He says, we love your content. Check us out sometime. Awesome, man. I'll do it. Well, folks, I'm going to bow out. I have to eat supper, and it's, what time is it? My watch is wrong. I have a kinetic watch. What time is it? Come on. Computer. 9:38. Yeah, I think it's supper time. Guys, thanks a lot for joining me here on the Stoney Ridge Farm today. I hope you enjoyed the channel. Super excited about the wood miser. Once again, Lou, I hope you feel better, buddy. Thanks a lot, guys. I want to give my buddy a shout out. Two people, a quick shout out before we go. That Fix It guy, very cool dude, very nice guy, and 4 kids and a farm. Those guys are really cool. Check them out. They got a new channel. They're at like 924 subscribers. We're trying to help them get over that 1,000 subscriber hump. So thanks a lot, guys. We'll catch you again on the next video. I've got a bunch of stuff to do. I got to go get my tooth worked on tomorrow, and hopefully I can get a video out by tomorrow evening. So we thank you so much. Pound the like button on the way out the door. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Let's see if we can get her up to 400 likes before you guys go. I thank you so much, and we'll see you next time on the Stoney Ridge Farm. Thanks a lot. Take her easy. Be safe. Be safe, guys. Be safe. Wash your hands. All right. Thanks. See you next time. Woo!